All right, before I ask you about homeschooling, right? Can you tell me what you believe are the biggest issue with our country's public education system?
Well, I feel like um, the public education system is definitely built upon like these kind of archaic models where, people had to go to work, so they had to send their kids to school, and they're just long days. And kids don't need to be like sitting in a classroom for 8 hours a day. Like literally you can probably like, I think preschool, they only need like 30 minutes of like instruction or, like guided like instruction. Even high school, I think it's like literally you could get like what they need within like 2 or 3 hours. So there's just so much like, so many fillers. And then it's just, if we know just how children develop and things of that sort. Like we know kids need to play. We know they need to be outside. We know they need sunlight. Like that's what's going to be healthy for the brain development.
And what's wild is a lot of these schools, the kids don't go outside. The classroom is pretty dark. It's not lit like this place here. So that's a red flag just to start with. And this is a daily thing every day.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, when we talk about, Kemetic yoga, right? And like attuning to like the divine within. The system doesn't really want for our kids to do that, because if our kids really were able to attune to the divine within, like they'd be soaring, they'd be flying, they'd be doing all types of things. And it's hard to control someone if they truly are in tune with like their selves, So it's a tough situation, because I know parents have to work, and like what are you supposed to do with your kids? And we're just like living in this living in this society where it's just like based upon these old models. So it would be beautiful if we could just change everything and like go back to the apprenticeship. Like my kids would love to just come and work with you for a week. They would probably learn way more in a week with you opposed to like a whole year, like learning like tech and video production and stuff like that. It's just like, I feel like things are really drawn out. And part of the issue is that the true divine nature, especially like with our kids that have melanin, they're going to be a little bit more active. They're going to be more in their spirit. They may call them spirited kids or whatnot. They're going to be more athletic. They're going to have greater kinesthetic abilities. It's just who we are. And a lot of times that gets shunned, or because it's not aligning within their model, to sit.
Was there, I see you did extensive research and education at different institutions, right? How shocking was it, or was it shocking to your system to come to this revelation, and how it goes against what you were taught?
It's been so hard. It's really been hard, especially as a parent. I've run the whole gamut. Like I've done the homeschooling. I've done, a little bit of private school, public. My kids are in public school right now. And it's just, I believe we have, just a journey. And if there comes a point where it just doesn't balance out or doesn't feel right, then we can make a change. But literally, I take it day by day, year by year. And more than anything, what I've come to realize is I need you to be able to think critically, period. So
that's like my main thing with my daughter. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Mm-hmm.
I constantly do stuff with her to challenge her mentally. So hopefully she gets it. But that's like my main concern. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know, like I feel your passion, like, cause I know you're an amazing dad, and you love your daughter and you want the best for her, and each child does have their own journey, I have 3 children, and like some of them have done a little bit more schooling than others, and it's shaped them to be whoever they need to be, but I think the foundation of being a critical thinker, so if they're gonna, And I tell them, like, they're going to feed you a lot, guys, but you don't have to take everything as, you know, fact. And there's a chance that, like, your teacher could be wrong sometimes, you know? So, like, just kind of giving them that kind of tool to kind of, like, see above. And then also teaching them, too, that they are these eternal souls. So it's not just like, I'm a 6-year-old in kindergarten and I don't know anything. But, like, no, like, you have intuition and you've had experiences in the past that bring you wisdom, right? So allowing all that to guide you. Yesterday was kind of tough because I was riding with my son and he said, you know, during snack they watch something or whatever. And I'm just like, it annoys me. Just like, why do you have to watch shows in school? Like, it's fine, but it was about the moon landing. And, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I'm just like, well, you know, like, that could not be a real thing, you know, like, and but he was adamant that, like, they landed on the moon. Like, he did not want to have this conversation about, you know, the possibility of it not happening, you know, and I just kind of had to let it go and realize, hey, he has his journey too, but, like, the goal was just be critical. Like, don't take everything that they say as truth, but it's so hard. Yeah.